Alright, you wanted to hear about it? Here's my 2020 Motovlog setup using the Purple Panda Microphone. That's where it comes, in a nice bag. Comes with a couple of adapters, an extension cord, and a few lapel clips. This one's for the GoPro Hero, I think 3, 4, anywhere below 5 for plug that in. So it's sitting in my helmet at the moment. I can pull the cheek pads out and show you. First, let me get a towel. Alright. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you too well. Let's just pull it apart and I'll show you. So, as you can currently see, that's where the cardo sits, in here. Remove this cheek pad and you can see right there, that's where it's sitting. So it's basically sitting really close to the headphones in here from the cardo. Yeah, so right in here, that's where the headphone is, and then that's where the mic's sitting. And I've got just all the wires routed in, and then there's your TRS connector cable that I plug into the GoPro adapter. Make sure you have it using the fluffy dead cat that comes with it, right there. Just stops a lot of the wind noise and doesn't muffle your voice, which is really good. So we'll clip that back in. And I'll talk about the TRS connector. So this is the connector. That's the connector that comes with the package for GoPro. And the TRS is in regards to how many rings are on here. So if you can see, this one here, which is the direct to the mic, has 3 black rings. This one has 2 black rings. Basically, GoPro needs that to work. You need to have 2 black rings, and that's called a TRS connector. So you plug the connector that comes with the package into the microphone, and then away you go. You're right to plug it in. So I'll just, let me get it all back together and I'll show you how I get the GoPro on and everything else. Alright, we're back. So, now that we've talked about how I have it all set up, we will show you some of the ways I can attach a GoPro to my helmet. Because I've got this ridge here, I can't place a GoPro directly on the center, although stay tuned because I have a fix for that and it's coming in the mail. So I've got just a normal GoPro bracket there that I've stuck on with the sticky pads that come with the GoPro, and then I've sort of made up a little bit of a jerry rig of connectors to be able to have the GoPro sitting in the center. Now that has broken, so I don't really trust these. This isn't actually GoPro, this was just like a package from eBay. So probably won't be using these because the last time I was recording, the top bit that brought it closer to the center broke and the GoPro fell off. Lucky I caught it. But anyway, you can get an idea. So it slips in there, connects up. I have been using the Session 5, just because it's smaller and I could pull it into the center there. Anyway, that just sits like that. Make sure you've got it at a good angle because your head doesn't sit straight. So it's got to be pointing sort of up in the air. And this is one of the newer additions, the GoPro Smart Remote. So it can connect up to, I don't know how many, it connects all my GoPros, so I've got 3 GoPros, and they all get connected up, and when you turn that on, your GoPro should turn on if it's got charge, and it'll find them all. Probably a lifesaver, because I'll talk about how the GoPro adapter that sits on the side of my helmet there with Velcro and plugs into the GoPro. it does not like using quick capture. So if you're just pushing the start button to record and it starts recording, as you can see, it will not pick up the microphone no matter what you do. You click that, it'll say microphone's really good, but it won't pick it up. So what you have to do is always turn this GoPro on with the button. Make sure it's on before you decide to start recording. I've done it when I went out to Cotter last Sunday. My whole second half of my vlog wasn't working because I used the quick capture. So once it's on, then you can plug it in, and you should see, if I plug the microphone in, you probably won't see it, but you should. It comes up and says mic OK on the session 5. But yeah, it's got to be on and then recording to pick up the sound of the microphone. If it is off, it will not work. So just a pro tip. I think that's about it for the setup. Yeah, as I said, I have got a thing coming in the mail that I'm going to try out. That will center the GoPro, which will be really good because also I do run a battery bank. Because anyone who knows anything about GoPro, the batteries don't last very long, especially if you're recording in 4K or 2.4K. It just drains it. So I'm actually running a battery pack that charges this GoPro, but if I'm using my 6, which I currently can't find anywhere, I don't know where I put it, the Hero 6 Black, you can just take the batteries out, well, you have to take the battery out and run it from the battery bank. It's a lifesaver. It lasts hours and hours. I've never had this go dead on me on a vlog. So that sort of just plugs in and then sits in my jacket pocket. I've seen people like stick it to the back of the helmet or stick it on the side of the helmet, but for now that works for me, being able to plug it in and sit it in my jacket pocket. But yeah, that's just about it for my 2020 motovlogging setup. If you have any questions or you want to know anything more about it, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, just thank guys for the support. We're growing slowly and slowly, which is really good, but we'll keep on grinding. Thanks guys.